My thoughts after these videos were I was just extremely interested and I loved how connected the world was as a community just through the internet. I saw the internet as something a little bit more not connected and not one, as opposed to after the lecture, I think it's very, very unified and a lot of people can just put input together and it's just really a really good resource, I think. The three main points, the primary messages from the videos and lectures, I think, are the big changes from the internet then and now. We can definitely interact with the websites and the internet with people more than we could have ever. And the second point is that we've lost a sense of physical community, but we found it in our World Wide Web community. So I think that is really, really neat. And the third point was that when we are alone, we become a more real version of ourselves, and we can become a more, we can interact differently with people through the internet as opposed to how we interact with people in our communities. The implications of these messages for us as future teachers is that students should definitely interact with their online communities and their online audience because they can definitely be a little bit more vulnerable and be a little bit more, have their ideas out there as opposed to they can kind of be more reserved in public and not be social and talk and have their opinions heard. They can better understand their identity since it is just them and the webcam. You are more alone with your thoughts and you can definitely be a little bit more vulnerable. So you could definitely find your identity and the identity of others who are doing the same through this interaction. And the third point is that we can be better connected with people all around the world through this source. So I think that is really, really cool. The podcast that I listened to was called Humpback Hit Factory on the program called Overheard at National Geographic. So I think podcasts can be extremely informational. They allow you to hear and be present in places that we normally aren't. And so I listened to that one and it inserted me to just this ocean feel place, and it started by having ocean sounds and humpback whale sounds in the background while the person talked, and it talked about the whales' songs, the humpback whale songs. And a song from a male humpback whale is similar to those of his community. However, in time there becomes to be an evolution in the song and parts get changed. So if one community meets with the other, sometimes if they like that song a little bit more, they can become a little bit more similar in song. So I thought that was super, super cool. I think that podcasts and blogging and all that could be extremely useful in classrooms because it allows students to access information from in many different forms, and it could help students with different learning styles. And I think it could be used in classrooms to help children be aware of those forms and learning styles and express themselves if they want to create podcasts to just put their mark in the world as well, their opinion in the world. So I think that would be really, really neat in classrooms. The cloud-based bookmarking tool that I used was, I have a MacBook, so it was really, really easy to put bookmarks and on Safari and access them on my phone and access them on my iPad because they're all kind of connected through the cloud. It was extremely easy to use, and I will definitely be using it a lot more. I didn't utilize it because I just kind of left my browsers open, but it is a really helpful tool to just have to access all my my phone, my tablet, and my computer. So I think it's super, super useful to have bookmarks.